everyone. This is Jose Baeza, and we got
Antonio Hernandez here.
Antonio Hernandez. Yes, today we're going to talk about considering many different type of investment opportunities within real estate. Antonio, tell us more about that.
As you know, there is different strategy. There's the fix and flip. There is the rental. The wholesalers. People doing Airbnb. I think that was a little bit off. Some of the months before.
Right.
But now I think start picking up. The Airbnb.
Yes.
It depends. It depends what you want to do. Some people like myself. When I started with fix and flip because I didn't have the money, to do rent. And not because I didn't want to do it, it's because my thinking was, and some of the mentors that I had, hey, if you're gonna go into rentals, you have to have some reserves, just in case something goes wrong. So I started with fix and flips, and I mean, it's good, you make your money, but it's not something steady,
Right, of course.
Because you do a fix and flip, and it takes you 6 months, so by the time you sell it, you already owe everything.
Exactly.
You're not making much. You still make some money.
But then you divide it by however months you ended up. It took you, and then it turns out that you only made $3,000 a month.
Yeah. So, after that, then I started doing, rentals. And it depends how you do the rentals. If you're buying properties that are distressed, and you fix them and you improve them, now you can make some money. And not only that, you can have a portfolio, you can have a property that is going to give you money, every month without you doing much,
Right, exactly. So tell me more about, because I had a couple of Airbnb properties, and I know before this whole pandemic stuff happening, started happening, I was making good money with it. But you know what? After this pandemic, which right now we're in December 2020, I had to think about it for a while. Things started to drop off, and I don't have those Airbnbs. But you're mentioning like having different type of investments opportunities, but there's so many different creative ways. Have you ever considered, or have you had people come to you, perhaps with some of your properties, and say, "Hey, Antonio, I would like to go ahead and do an Airbnb in your property without necessarily being a tenant"? Have you partnered up with that, or have you heard of that before?
Not really. I heard before those concepts, but for me it's more like fix and flip and rentals. Now I'm doing more rentals. But the other thing is, I have people come to me and say, "Hey, I have a property. Do you want to do a joint venture? I have the money, I have the property.
Yes.
I just don't have the experience."
Right.
So, I'm doing more than that because it makes sense. I don't have the whole responsibility. Somebody else bring the money. I have the experience, and I get the loan. But it's just a different idea. I don't have to be hassling to find properties myself.
Right, exactly.
And also I'm buying, properties wholesale because, there is not much going on in the MLS,
Right. And that's one thing where people are very creative, because I even have individuals that are clients of mine, and what they're doing is they created a company just by taking over empty spaces, empty buildings, or perhaps just empty locations where, like say that, you're trying to rent out one of your places and they're not renting out yet. So they'll lease it out for like 3 months. They'll do an Airbnb, and then they'll get somebody that has a furniture place. They'll go ahead and pay them to pretty much like furnish the building or furnish the apartment or whatnot, and then they'll make money. Now, I think a lot of that comes to with how much money you want to make, because you either want to make temporary money, which is hustle money, or you want to make long-term money, which we're diving more towards the rentals.
The rental market, yeah. It's, there is a lot of ways you can make money in real estate,
Right.
You just need to find the right strategy, what do you want to do, and the strategy that works, Like I say, I done fix and flips, I done rentals.
But the fix and flips take more time, don't they, than
Yes.
rentals? Because, I mean, rentals probably the same, but unless you have to really do a lot of work to it at first, then it's a different story. But if you don't have to do a lot of work and you're just trying to rent it, then it's going to be a lot easier for someone that, let's say, they have a job or maybe they're too busy or something like that.
It's much easier. The only thing is, the money is where you get a distressed property, you fix it, and then you rent it.
Okay.
Because now it's gonna be, the worth.
Because you've invested little compared to how much you're going to get on a monthly basis as a rental.
And plus, you can do a cash out and get your money back.
Awesome.
Not only your money, but some money extra.
That makes sense.
So and I think that's what people's gonna start doing it. 2021. We're gonna see more rentals probably. Mm-hmm. And the other thing is because, like I said, mentioned before, there is not a lot of inventory.
That is awesome. Well, again, guys, if you guys have not registered or subscribed to our channel, definitely register and subscribe to our channel, YouTube channel. Follow us on Instagram, YouTube, social media, and check out our website located below this video. We are very much looking forward to sharing much more information about real estate. If you have any specific topics that you would like us to discuss, go ahead and leave it down below at the comments. Again, this is Jose Baeza, and we got
Antonio Hernandez.
Antonio Hernandez.